The Ram Classics are coming to an end, and I got the breakdown for all the options you're going to want to include. Are you from Canada and you want to buy one of these Ram Classics and get your own great deal from Peel? Hit the link in the description below to get to our inventory, or email me, Genna at peelchrysler.com, for an exclusive discount just for subscribing to our YouTube channel. In this video today, we're going to be going over the optional equipment groups and the singular items that you can add on to your Ram 1500 Classic Express Night Edition and your SLT Black Appearance and SLT Warlock. Now, we've already done a part 1 of this video where I've gone over the trims, so if you haven't seen that already, you're probably going to want to check that out first before you get back into the options here. But here's what we're going to cover in this video today. First, we'll talk about the optional groups available on the Ram 1500 Night Edition, and I'll go over the most popular to have on. Next, we'll move to the SLT platform, and I'll review these groups as well. And while they are incredibly similar to the Express Night Edition, there are some key differences to pay attention to. And finally, I'll review the most popular singular items you can tag onto your Ram 1500 Classic to aid with functionality and aesthetics, so let's get to it. We're going to start off with the Ram 1500 Night Edition and talk about the optional groups available. The first and most notably would have to be your Sub-Zero package, which gives you all the creature comforts that you're going to need in a daily driver. First off, most notably including your front heated seats, your heated wheel, and of course your remote start system. You'll also get some nice tech upgrades for your front passengers with steering wheel mounted audio controls, remote USB charging ports with 115 volt auxiliary power outlet, and power 10-way adjust driver seat with lumbar support. You'll also pick up features like a fold flat floor and security alarm. Now, if you aren't looking for all of those items and you do just want a, say, remote start system, there is a group called the Remote Start and Security Alarm group, which you can tag on, which obviously includes those two items. But if you're from Canada, take my advice, the Sub-Zero weather package is probably a must-have. Now let's talk about the Wheel and Sound group. One of the things to note is that many of the options tend to double up depending on how you build your Express. For the sake of this video, we're going to stick with the Night Edition build, and tagging that on means your Wheel and Sound group will give you carpet floor covering with cloth mats for the front and the rear and remote keyless entry. And for the Night Edition, while your central media hub was upgraded, you will need to tag on the electronics convenience group in order to upgrade your instrument cluster from the black and white to the 7-inch in-cluster customizable display. And finally, while this isn't the most popular group, if you're looking to make the most of your pickup in terms of towing and hauling, the trailer tow mirrors and brake group make sure your Night Edition is prepped with heated black power trailer tow mirrors with turn signals and a Class 4 hitch with a built-in trailer brake controller. Okay, so let's get into the SLTs now. Now, the Warlock and the Black Appearance package are typically the same with their optional groups that are offered, but the Warlock does have two optional groups that aren't actually offered on the Black Appearance, but we will get to that. So first, let's talk about what's the same. So as I said in the other video, when it comes to the standard equipment on the Express, it does differ slightly from the SLT. Opposed to getting the Sub-Zero group that you'll see on the Night Edition, you're actually going to have the option to get your heated seats and wheel group, which is pretty self-explanatory, and that remote start and security alarm group. So it does differ slightly. Most of the items included in the Sub-Zero appear in the luxury group for the SLTs, with your leather-wrapped steering wheel with audio-mounted controls. But this group goes a step further, including the 7-inch in-cluster display, second row in-floor storage bins, and even tags on LED bed lighting, making retrieving items more easily accessible from your bed. Remember how I said the groups would differ slightly though, as opposed to the Express? When you add on the electronics convenience group to the Black Appearance, you're actually going to get an 8.4-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Google Android Auto. So it is something that I definitely recommend adding on. Here's two more groups to upgrade your SLT. The protection group will tag on a full-size spare tire, tow hooks, and transfer case skid plate, shield, and front suspension skid plate. And if you want to bring your classic tech forward, the Technology Package 1 adds a push-button start and remote proximity keyless entry for added convenience. Okay, now that we've talked about that, let's get to the Warlock and those two groups that are added on that you can't get on the Black Appearance. The Utility group equips your Warlock with LED fog lamps and tow hooks, while the Warlock All-Terrain group alters the look of your pickup with 17-inch matte black aluminums on all-terrain Yokohama tires, and also alters your interior with all-weather floor mats. So now that we made it through all the optional equipment groups, let's go over the singular items that you can tag on to your Ram 1500 Classic. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through the top most requested from customers. A rear power sliding window with rear defroster is one of the biggest items customers request, so ensure your truck is equipped with this option if you don't want a rear fixed glass. Next, if you don't want the full tow package, definitely tag on the Class 4 hitch receiver and the trailer brake controller items to still have your capabilities. And of course, the tri-folding tonneau cover and black tubular side steps are some of the best items to protect what's in your cab and help you with your passengers getting in and out of your truck. And finally, if you really want to up to your sound system, the 9 Alpine speaker sound system is always the way to go. Well, that's a lot of options. If you have any further questions, please make sure you hit us up at the contact details listed in the description below. We're going to do more buy guides like this, so make sure you subscribe, because remember, nobody beats a deal from Peel.